Hi. Hi, Bumblebee. Yeah, this sort of caught me off guard. Last time I looked at the clock, it was 4:30, and all of a sudden it's 5. We had horrible storms here today. A big storm front went through. We had winds 30, 40 miles an hour sustained, and gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So you can imagine the state that Dexter was in. So I had to sit with Dexter all afternoon. They had a delay of the Browns game for an hour, which is the reason I changed my time. And then the rest of the afternoon, I went up and laid on the bed with Dexter because he was in such a state. And he finally fell asleep. Of course, now it's getting dusk out and the winds will die down a little bit, I hope. It knocked chairs off of my deck and it knocked my clothes rack that was out there. I have one of those expanding big clothes racks. I mean, this is a big, heavy one. It was Amish made and it's very substantial, and it knocked that over, which is hard to do because, I mean, the wind can go right through it, but it knocked it completely over and off the deck. So my daughter is without power. Luckily, I have kept the power, even though we must have had just a glitch in the power, because even if it goes off for a millisecond, my computer goes off. And when I came in here to do this, my computer was off and I had to restart it, praying that all these tabs were still there, because that happened once and all my tabs had disappeared for all these sales, for the sales week that I had. And I would have had to figure out some other way to do it. But anyway, I still have them up there. And I sold a total of 16 items. 13 on eBay, and I had 3 Poshmark sales this week. And that's before I was doing anything. I didn't do anything before these Poshmark sales, except go on and share with people that have gone on and shared some of my things. Yesterday morning, I laid back in my recliner and I took my phone and I shared my entire closet. It took 1 hour and 5 minutes to share the entire closet. So from the bottom to the top. That way I got all the solds down to the bottom where I like them to be until I sell something else. So yeah, 1 hour and 5 minutes it took me. And so I got that done yesterday, but I haven't done it today again. I was working on, before the storm got here, I was working on, I listed 2 or 3 of the things that you sent Bumblebee in that box, that miscellaneous box. I'm doing those slowly so I don't run out, and interspersing them because I'm working on another bin, my 3rd bin that I'm doing inventory on. And so far I haven't found anything that wasn't listed, but I'm not even halfway through it yet. So I'll probably continue to do that maybe this evening. Or who knows, I may watch another movie. Can you tell I'm not really motivated right now? And all it takes to get me motivated is a couple really good sales days where I have to pack a bunch of stuff. Unlike a lot of people, I enjoy shipping the best. But my little cat, Mama Cat, I told you when she had her first seizure, which was a couple weeks ago. Since I told you that, she's had a couple more. They're very short acting seizures. They last less than 10 seconds. And I can always hear her thrashing around when she goes into a seizure. And I just go by her and put my hand on her and talk to her. And she comes out of it. She's real scared the minute she comes out of it because you don't know where you are or anything. You're all confused for a few minutes. So, but then once she shakes it off and she's up and around and eating and everything, just like before. I think I told you her daughter, which is gone now. Her daughter, I had one of her kittens. She had seizures too. One of her kittens had seizures. She wasn't a kitten anymore. But her name was Pepsi, and she got lost once, and then once I found her, she had a couple seizures, and then she was an indoor-outdoor cat, and then she just disappeared again, and I never did find her. So I don't know whatever happened to her. I don't know if my sister will come in today. She had something horrible happen at her house. Her old dog, it was a Pekingese. Her dog was 14 years old, had just turned 14, and she had to put her down because she couldn't breathe anymore. She had heart problems, congestive heart failure. She was getting ascites, that's fluid in the abdomen pushing up against her chest cavity, and she just couldn't breathe anymore. So she took her in to have her go to heaven. And it's a horrible thing because anybody that has had dogs and has had them for a long time, it's a horrible thing to make that decision and just to lose a pet. Anyway. So Dexter is back downstairs now, I see. I don't know if he realizes that it's 5.00 or after. I think Dexter is exhausted from the storm. Here he is. I don't know if you can see him. This won't tilt down far enough. Dexter just quivers and shakes and paces the whole time a storm is going on, especially if it's a storm with wind and thunder, which this was. And now he's even scared if it gets dark out, like it might storm, or when it rains. He doesn't even like it if it rains. Do you? No. So anyway, the storm went through fast. Actually, the brunt of it. It probably was here and gone within a half hour, the bad part of it. But my daughter lost power. She still doesn't have it back on. There's a lot of people. They announced on the news, I think 170,000 still without power from that storm. Hail. We didn't get hail. I think the things hitting my window were little twigs and things off my trees all around. I don't think it was hail. Oh, Nick and Andrea. I was just on watching them, yes. That's nice of them. I know they mentioned me. They shouted out me and gave my address, my YouTube address. And thank you for coming on. You're from the UK too, yeah. I love watching them. I watch everything that they put on. Most of the time when they do a live video, I don't get to watch them live. Hi, Sue. Oh, you're the one that asked me about the hail. No, did the storm come through there yet? It must have. It must have. It was really fast moving. It was almost it was in Mentor, and that was about 3 o'clock here. So it probably has gone through. The wind is still, we still have a lot of wind too, but not as bad as it was during the storm. Yeah, it was sort of a scary storm. But it went through. The football game started. They started almost an hour late. And Michelle is now at the barn because she had to make sure her basement wasn't going to flood during the storm. But all is well. And yeah, this is from the UK. Yes, they're fabulous. 8 p.m. on Sunday UK time. Ends my weekend nicely. Yeah, they're on at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock my time. Now with the time change, I don't know what that would be. We fell back. It might have been 2 o'clock that came on, but I happened to catch that they were on, and I wasn't going to come on here till later. So I watched the whole thing today. Yeah. Yeah. My daughter and my son and my grandkids were going to try to do a Zoom video, a Zoom meetup on Thanksgiving Day. So I'm hoping it works. I have the it on my computer, and I will host it, and then I think I just have to send out a code or something for them to get on it. And my granddaughter has a MacBook or a Mac iPad. She has an iPad, and Michelle has a regular computer and a laptop. So it should work. I hope it does. I want to do a practice one with my daughter just to make sure it's working before Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I watched several people from the UK. Yes, it's a place I always wanted to go. My heritage is English, and I always wanted to see England, and I never got there. Now I won't fly, so chances are me going in a boat slim. So let me get through these tabs and show you what I sold. Like I said, 16 items in all, so it's not that much. And I will share my screen. Show you what I sold. That's on the wrong thing. Here it is, I think. Yes, it's not showing up correctly. I hope all of these didn't go down like this, because I correct them when I put them on, but I have to move it up, and this isn't moving. But anyway, this is it's by Lee. It was a new with tags, a pair of khaki pants, size 12 petite. These were, and they were called riveted, Lee riveted pants, and those sold for. I sent out some. Those sold for best offer that they sent me. So they sold for $17.50, and there's paid. The buyer pays shipping on everything unless I mention it. So they paid shipping, priority shipping, and in total they paid $25, and it went to Tucson, Arizona. Okay, the next thing, oh good, they're not all doing that. Next thing is a Nike sweatshirt. It's a hoodie, pullover hoodie. This was almost new-like condition. And this sold for $21.59, which was the sale price. I had a 20% off sale, I think, most of this past week. So a lot of these things are 20% off of the price I had put on in the first place. So this was a really nice men's medium sweatshirt. And the next thing is doing this again. Oh, I can fix this. Okay. These were a pair of new with tags, Anchor East men's jeans. And they were size 30 by 32, which is a sort of a smaller size. Factory distressed. And those sold for $17.47, which was the sale price. I had never heard of that brand before. And this was an old inventory because it's taken on that furry rug there, and it's not a full picture of them. So I know this is an old listing. The next thing is this Ecru tulle lined little mini skirt. This was by BB Dakota, Jack BB Dakota. That was the company. And this sold on Poshmark. This is a Poshmark sale. It sold for $20. And out of that, I got $16 because they take 20% on Poshmark, a straight 20%. Easy to figure out. So they paid shipping. They pay shipping on Poshmark. Those went to Las Vegas, by the way. This next thing is Old Navy jeans, and it's a men's 34 by 29 length. And these went to Port Charlotte, Florida, and they sold as a best offer of $16, and they paid shipping. Come on. This is a Hello Kitty oversized cup. This cup was huge, and it sold for a best offer of $7. I've had this for a while too. I thought this would sell right away. I've had this long enough to tell you that I actually bought this when I used to go out thrifting before all this happened. And I picked it up and put it on. I thought it would sell much quicker than it did. It went to Putnam, Connecticut. It sold for a best offer of $7. And they paid shipping of $9.90. So it actually cost them $16.90 for this cup. This is a Poshmark sale. This was a really cute JCrew sleeveless blouse. It had a high neck with a ruffle on it. It was a pullover blouse. It buttoned down like a quarter button top in this tartan plaid. I was lucky enough to find this. I don't know if I found this or Bumblebee. You might have found this stock picture. You're the one that's good at that. So it sold for $30, which I was pretty happy about. And I got $24 out of that little shirt. Staring at Stars. This is a Anthropology brand. Yes, Anthropology brand. It's a loose knit pullover sweater in this sort of an oatmeal color, and sold for $15.75. This was sold, I think actually sold the week before, but they didn't pay for it till this week, so that's why it's on this week's. Yeah, this went to Sandy, Oregon. Back to Oregon. And here's something I found. This I found in either when I cleaned out the desk drawers. I don't know if anybody remembers me running across this, or I could have found it in my basement, which I find little treasures down there every once in a while. This is quite a big vintage solid brass buckle. This might have been on one of my husband's uniform pants. I'm not sure where or how I got this, but it sold for $9.19, which that's an odd price. So I'm thinking this had been marked down, was a sale price, and it went to Roanoke Park, California. I never had them do this before, but then I had never lost power before. Okay, this is a pair of Levi's 505 men's black jeans, straight leg, 31 by 30. And those went for $24.43, which was the sale price they were on for. And this was a 15% off sale that I had on. They went to New York, New York. Here's a brand I completely forgot that I had. BD Baggies. That's the brand. Here's the, you can see that. The original BD Baggies. They're cotton and polyester. And I thought this plaid was so pretty. It was, it sold, this was a Poshmark sale, I'm sorry, Poshmark sale. It sold for $26. And out of that, I got $20.80. Poshmark, it went to Braintree, Massachusetts. Braintree, never heard of that. Of course, there's a lot of places I've never heard of. Psycho Bunny, I remember when I got this. This is a men's long sleeve, sort of a slubneck cashmere blend. Pullover sweater. There's a little Psycho Bunny right there. And this is supposed to be a good brand to look out for. I had never seen it before I found this one, or maybe this was sent in a box. I'm not sure. It's sold as a best offer for $36. They paid $5 in shipping, and it went to Naples, Florida. And this was a little brand that I never pick up, so I think this came in a box. Charlotte Russe women's. These were booty shorts. They were pull-on. They had elastic waistband. Those buttons are just decorational. Those brass buttons. Little cute little booty shorts. And those sold for $17.77. Now that's an offer to watchers that I sent out. And they went to Lakewood, Colorado. Come on. Okay, here's Exofficio. Women's gold slim ankle pants. They're size 6. I've had these for quite a while. And they sold as a best offer for $19.77. And they went to Arlington, Kentucky, which means they are a global shipping program item. So I don't know where they'll end up going. They don't tell you that right off the bat. So I have to wait till it starts tracking to see where it's going to go. But they are going out of the country, and I'm sure they had to pay quite a bit to get them shipped to them. Okay, I've had this for quite a while too. Bob Mackie. This is Wearable Art, women's medium. This is a 100% silk shirt in this bright red. So maybe they're going to wear this for the holidays if they are lucky enough to be able to celebrate the holidays with somebody. This is a best offer of $22, and they paid shipping and went to Gold Canyon, Arizona. And this person lives on Hummingbird Lane. What a nice little name of a place to live. Hummingbird Lane. But that was a really pretty blouse. Okay, the last thing I sold yesterday was this little Persian cat. It's by Gund. It was one of those Webkins. It did not have a tag, but it had the little Webkin thing on its foot there. It had a cute little face. It was a cute little Persian cat. And that sold for an offer to watchers that I sent out for $10.77. So I did send some offer to watchers out this past week, and out of those, I think I made 3 sales. I sent out probably 25 offer to watchers. Sometimes I forget about doing that, and you should really do it every few days. Because it does work. At least it works for me. So let's see if I can get back here now. Here I am, and Dexter is still dozing. It's very tiring to be so stressed out for him. So he'll probably, and I did not give him a pill. This is without having, his melatonin pill. So he's just sleepy on his own from the stress. So when the front went through, it had been 55 degrees this morning, which felt pretty warm. When I went out to let the chickens out, the storm went through and it dropped at least 20 degrees. So it is cold out now. So I have put my chickens into the safe run and gave them some canned corn, which I rinse off real good because it has salt in it when you buy the canned corn. I don't pay for the no sodium. It's a lot more. I just rinse it off really good. So it keeps them warm, the corn keeps them warm at night. So I gave it to them just before I started this video. So they went right to roost after they ate that, so that should keep them warm for the night. And they snuggle together when it gets cold. Up on the roost, they all snuggle close to each other. So they do much better in the winter, in the cold, than they do in the terrible heat. So I don't know, did anybody see my chicken videos that I put on, recorded videos? I gave yesterday, my daughter stopped over just on the deck just to pick up that box of all my GoPro camera and all the equipment. It filled up a large, the size of a priority shipping box, that size, and a bridle also that I had that she wanted to try on her horse. So she just picked up some things and left because she doesn't want to come in. And with these numbers going up, 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 but nobody seems to be paying any attention but me. Well, my daughter is. And I'm sure probably most people are. But when you go past the shopping centers, like when I went yesterday to pick up my groceries, I picked them up curbside at Giant Eagle. When I went to pick up, the town is still full of people driving around. The parking lots to go to Walmart and the grocery stores are all full. So I don't know how they can be staying 6 feet apart. They can all be wearing masks. I think it's mandatory here now that you have to wear a mask. So we'll see if the numbers start to go down. They haven't yet. It's only been 1 day since they started the mandatory part of it. It was just a strong suggestion before. So hopefully things will get better, but I really don't think things are going to get better until the vaccine is here and widely distributed. So there's a lot of people that I hear that don't want to take it, are going to wait to take it. I don't know. I think I will take it pretty soon when it comes out. They're going to give it to the caregivers first and then the old people second. So I'll fall into that category. So we'll see. So that is, I have Dexter's wrong collar on him. I had the collar on that I attached to the rope because I didn't want him. He had to go out to go to the bathroom when it was pouring rain. So I put him on the rope because sometimes if it's windy, he goes around to this side of the house, which is the opposite side of the door. And if he goes over here and hides because that's where it's less windy than any place, is on that side of the house. So I don't want to have to go out in the rain and hunt for him. So I put him on a rope. And he's always on a rope or a lead. It's a long, long rope connected to the fence. But at least I can retrieve him. I know what time it is. So I guess Dexter is awake. So I will go feed him. Michael Dando was watching Nick. Oh, you came from there too. Well, thank you so much for searching me out. I really appreciate it. I would love to have a whole bunch of people from the UK. Are you from the UK or you just watch them? You love the States too, only visited Hawaii and Maine. Well, those are two of the nicer states. Yeah, Hawaii, you can't go wrong with that, of course. And Maine can be gorgeous. I saw just a little tip of Maine when I was on my honeymoon. You're from the UK. Oh, good. Okay. I have 2 people in here from the UK. Thank you so much. If you'd like to, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe and give me a little thumbs up or a thumbs down, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm on here every Thursday at 4. Thursdays could be recorded videos or could be live. It just depends how the week goes. And every Sunday, it's usually 4. But if the Browns are playing football, American football, that's my team, the Cleveland Browns. If they're playing, I have to wait till the end of the game. So I usually schedule it for 4:30 or 5 instead of 4. Because if they're on at 1 o'clock, the game doesn't end by 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, you're still in the exciting part of the ending. So, yeah. You're from Herefordshire. Herefordshire. Is that far from Hitchin? I know where London is, and I now know where Hitchin is. I don't know where Herefordshire is. Yes, I don't know where my descendants came from, what part of England that they came from. I'm sure it's someplace in, one of my aunts did a ancestry thing. Goes way back to the 1600s. So I'll have to look at it again if they mention any towns where these people were from. I would think they would, but I don't know. I don't remember that they did, but then I don't remember much. It's about 150 miles from 150 miles. That's a long ways. When you talk about the UK or England, or not England, yeah, England, I don't even know how big England is in miles, you know. That's something I could find out sometime. I'm sure it's not as small as I think it is. I, in my mind, still think of England like it used to be. You know, I think of England like having houses like the Cotswolds. Don't chase the kitty. And, you know I see Nick and Andrew going on the jumble trails, and I see the houses, on those streets. Houses in England are so different than what the real estate over here in the US. Just so different. I just wish I would have gotten there when I was younger. Oh, Hertfordshire to London, 150 miles. Okay. Yeah. It's 100 miles from me to my sister's house in Erie, Pennsylvania. So another 50 miles. Okay. Would be like a 3-hour drive. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to close for now and go feed my dog, feed the cats. I've already fed the chickens. I'm sure my horse is eaten. He's out. He is in a boarding place, so they feed. I think they feed. I'm not sure they feed around 5 or 6 o'clock. I think. Oh, the Cotswold is about 40 miles away. Please tell me it hasn't changed from the movies. It's still with the thatched roofs and everything. Hope they preserve that. Yeah, believe me, I watch so many English movies and English TV. Sometimes it's just nice to be away from here, if you know what I mean. Especially the last few years. Talking about the US. My town is nice. I live in a nice little town. It hasn't changed much. Oh, good. Oh. All right. I will be back for sure on Thursday, one way or the other. And I may do some recorded videos that'll be on before that, because I'm trying to think of some things to record. that would make nice YouTube videos, sort of how-to things, you know. So if I get a box or if I order some things and get some things in, I will be on for sure. In the meantime, I'm just doing inventory. I'm trying to inventory 1,580 items. I haven't counted the bins. I think I have close to 50 bins. I've done 2.5 so far. And then I have racks of hanging clothes also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 racks of hanging clothes. I just bought another rack that I haven't put together yet. So anyway, I will see you all. Please come back. And I'm going to say bye for now.